All right, y'all. So in this video, I want to talk about the Bitcoin price action. I want to talk about my kind of plan where I'm thinking the price action is going to go as we progress here. I also want to talk about using Market Cipher to find those good entries because, as many of you know, one of the ways I like to trade, especially if we are in a ranging market, is I like to use support and resistance, and then I like to use Market Cipher for confirmation that we are going to get a reaction, or that we are getting a reaction off of that level. And if you follow this channel, you know oftentimes I upload videos like this one here where Elon Musk, before Elon Musk tweeted, we were able to use this strategy to short the top. And I also had a very good video on here. I had to take it down because it didn't meet the YouTube guidelines. But this live stream back here, Bitcoin Pumps Live Analysis, I go into how actually I was able to literally, long the top and short the bottom using this strategy here. But the thing is, you have to be very precise on how you use the strategy. So first, let's talk about the Bitcoin price action. We did just have this move to the downside, and we're currently finding support in a little range that I have marked out in my chart right here. This little red box, of high volume down here. We could see this area of support. We're currently finding support right here, right now. It would be, a lot of people, would be looking for a long position right here. I'm going to tell you why I'm not necessarily longing this right now. Later in the video. So let's just talk about what's happening. So we need to keep in context the fact that Bitcoin has literally been trading within this range here from about 42K right up here, and between about 30K, give or take, right down here. Okay, we've been trading within this range here. It's the same range that we were trading in back in January. Okay, so we've come up. Elon Musk brought us up here. Now we're back down here. And until we are able to come above this high, this significant high of 42K, or come down below this low of about 30K, then we should really just be looking for short positions up in this area here and long positions down in this area right here. I think it's very significant that we've come up to the top of this range. Of course, we haven't come to the top, but we've come to a top. Now we're starting to come down a little bit. We were forming yesterday a symmetrical triangle up here. We were forming a symmetrical triangle of sorts where we, you could say we're trading something like this. And just this morning we broke down below this thing. And yesterday I was kind of looking at this saying, if we, here, let me come to a higher time frame, of saying, if we are going to break out above this triangle, and of course, guys, this is just my analysis of the chart, right? If we're going to break out above this triangle and flip this daily level of resistance of 40,632 into support, then we can expect to see higher movement up to this red box up here, which is the very utmost high of that range. And if we lose the triangle, then we'll come down, and I was looking for a bounce off of this red box down here. This is just a clear level of support we can see in the past. And also there's a lot of volume right here, and you can see that we are actually currently getting a bounce off of this level right here. We're currently getting a little bounce off of that level. Now I want to talk about what happens if we lose this support, okay? Because it's possible that we're not actually going to get a bounce off of here. It's possible that we are going to see price come down a little bit lower even. And the reason I say that is because if we look at, the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we just got a money flow crossover here on the 4-hour. Okay, so momentum's ticking down a little bit. If we go to the 12-minute here, we can see that also we did recently kind of just get a money flow cross under on the 12-minute time frame, right? If we come to the 6-minute time frame, we can kind of see that the money flow is coming down as well. So, it is possible on the 1 hour we can see money flow is coming down, okay? So it's possible that we could print a green dot on Market Cipher and then print another red dot and come down even farther. Because when we're looking at Market Cipher, we need to look at this thing as a whole structure and see that in general, ever since we were up here, you know, we put in these massive bearish divergences where price was coming up, and momentum and money flow now are coming down, okay? So we need to keep in mind the fact that we could see lower price action. So where are some of the places that I'm looking to find a nice bounce off of? Well, I think there's a few places. This is my chart that I have extremely marked up here. This is the chart I have extremely marked up. First of all, why did I not? Because I'm not long right now. I'm a little bit cautious to enter a long here. And why? Why is that? Well, first of all, it's important to notice that we have come to a massive support right here. Until we're able to confirm above this daily level right here, I'm a little bit uncomfortable longing, just because I see that everything is coming down. I see that everything is coming down. So if we lose the daily support and then come back up above it, then I would look to enter long right there. But if we are unable to reclaim that level, then I think some good places to look are, if we turn on some other lines of support and resistance, right here, you can see that we were trading yesterday above, and I know that this might be a little bit complex for some people, but this is the value area high of a range that we had been trading in for pretty much, if we take a look here, we've been trading in this range for since May 19th. You know, once we lost 42K, when we look at volume, as far as volume is concerned, we were trading in this range here, with the low of the range being, you know, about 35K and the high of the range being about 39.6 thousand. And that value area high, the high of the range, has been acting as our support ever since, you know, we came above that $39.6 thousand level. It was our resistance for, you know, 12 hours, and then all of a sudden it got flipped into our support, and every time we came down to that value area high, we got a nice bounce off of it. Well, now that we lost that value area high, we're back down trading in that previous range. And usually when that happens, when we lose the value area high, we come back into a range, okay? Usually we will come back down to the center of the range. I shouldn't say usually, but a lot of times we will come back down to the center of the range, which is right here at about 36,874. And let me clean up this chart a little bit here, just so you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So you can see right here, this volume indicator, I pulled it basically from the time we lost 42K all the way to our current price action. And it's basically outlining for us a range where we have the low of the range right here. You can tell it's the low because the candles get from light color to dark color. We have the high up here because the candles get from light color to dark color. And then we have this white line here. This is the point of control. This is where the most volume was traded throughout this entire range. And when we fall back down below this value area high, a lot of times we will find support off the point of control to get a nice bounce there, So if we are to fall down lower, I would be looking to that point of control for a potential bounce. And not only is the point of control, not only is that level the point of control, but if we pull out our fib and we pull it from this swing low here to this swing high, if we pull it from this swing low down here to the swing high, we can also see that that point of control is the golden ratio as well, the golden ratio, Fibonacci. So really, I'm looking, you know, if I'm going to be looking for a nice long position, one of the places I'm going to be looking is right around here, right around, you know, 37K, give or take, for a nice bounce off of this fib level and the point of control of the previous range that we've fallen back into. Now, I know that this might be a little complex for some people. If you want to learn this stuff, and you want to learn how to do technical analysis, you want to learn how to mark levels of support and resistance, and use volume and Fibonacci, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. And you can read through the testimonials here. This has really changed the way a lot of people trade. And I'm not saying that to be braggadocious, okay? But I am saying that if you're new to trading and you feel like you're lost, this will help give you guidance for sure. Because this is everything I wish I knew before I started trading. And we go through technical analysis. We go through how to use Market Cipher. This is the primary indicator I use to find good entries. We go over how to create and test your own strategy. I even give you strategies that I use already that you can use right out of the box. We go through mindset, risk management. Check it out. There is a coupon code in the description of this video. Check out that coupon code. But so here's the thing. As far as my long position, my potential long position, I do think we have the potential to come down lower, Some key places to watch, okay? Right now, some key places to watch. Number one, the 4-hour 21 EMA, okay? The 4-hour 21 EMA. If we are able to hold the 4-hour candle above that, that is very bullish, because when we are trading above the 21 EMA on the 4-hour, that will act as our support many times. We can look and see. We come down to the 21 EMA, we get a nice bounce, and if we're below the 21 EMA, it oftentimes will act as a resistance, right? We can see that acting as a resistance. So be watching for that. Another thing that I really would like to see, like I said before, if we are going to continue upwards, is the daily level right here, this daily level of 39,199. I would like to see price come up above here, because right now you can see this is acting as our resistance. Yes, so let's talk about finding some good entries, because how are we going to know? We can't just long because price comes down to a level. For example, price came down to this daily level earlier this morning. I'm sure probably a lot of people were looking to long that, myself included. Why did I not long this level? The reason is because I did not get my confirmations on Market Cipher. What are the confirmations? I recommend that you guys go and check out this video that I posted about the Elon Musk tweet. And right here, this video will kind of tell you what my confirmations are. In the course, in the Jason Casper trading course, I do go into that in extreme detail. You know, how you're going to know when to long a support or short a resistance, or when to not, because it's very important. It's very important that we don't just long and short because we come to a level, but we're using our indicators for confirmation. But essentially, what we would want to see is, as we're coming to the daily level, we would want to see some kind of bullish divergence forming. When we look at what was happening as we were coming to our daily level this morning, right, we lost the value area high. We came back into our previous range, you could see. And look at what happens. As soon as we hit that high of the range, we just drop right through it, because that was a very key level of support. And every single time we hit it, we got that nice bounce. And when we lost it, we really lost it. And as we're coming down to the daily level, what we would really want to see is a bullish divergence if we were really going to get some kind of bounce. Because people know I talk about the chicken drinking water method. And if you don't know what that is, go back and watch some of my older videos. But the chicken drinking water method is where you see price come down below a level and then quickly get bought back up, just like the way chickens drink water. But you want to see that in combination with a divergence, where we would want to see the price coming down, okay, to the daily level as momentum was also coming up. But what we see here is we see both momentum and price coming down at the same time. That's not what we want to see. What we really want to see is price coming down as momentum is coming up like this. So right now, you could say that we are printing a bullish divergence because, you know, price was coming down as momentum was coming up. This is a divergence. This is a bullish divergence right here. The reason why I'm not necessarily looking to long this right now is because we didn't actually come down and touch this support that I have marked out. And so you want to make sure that everything's happening in conjunction, right? If we get the divergence as we're coming to a level and coming below it, and then we start to get the bounce, that's where I would look to long. Now, we might just blast back off from here, okay, and I would have missed the move. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. The reason is because I have a trading plan, and I stick to my plan, and I don't enter a trade unless I'm getting all my confirmations. And that's very important. I might miss a move here and there, but I know that the trades I enter have a very high chance of being profitable trades. Profitable trades. So, like I was saying earlier in this video, one of the main places that I'm really looking for as far as a bounce goes is that fib level. If we pull out our fib, our good old fib, I named my son Fib, Lil Fib Casper, right? So if we pull out our fib, well, there's a few places I'd be looking for a bounce, y'all. Keep your eyes upon this 382 level right here, okay? We got one right there. Keep your eyes on the 0.5 level, all right? The 382 is about 38.8, about 38.8 thousand. Then we got down here the 0.5. It's about 38K on the dot. Then we got down here, guys, you know, we got that point of control, all right? We got that point of control I showed you earlier on. We also got the golden ratio down here, okay? We've also got that golden ratio down here. So these are places I'd really be looking for a bounce. And, you know, it's very important, like I said, that you have a plan, stick to your plan. I think that, what was I going to say here? Right. I think it's possible, you know, if we come back up here and come up above this daily level, that we could potentially, you know, see another move to the upside. Remember, I'd want to see that level reclaimed here. And then, you know, Market Cipher giving us direction as well. But personally, I like to wait for all my confirmations to be here first. All right. So that's it. I just want to make a quick update. Tell you what I'm thinking as far as the Bitcoin price action goes. You know, really, in the immediate short term right now, we've got very clear levels of support and resistance. And also, if you are part of the Discord, the private Discord, I will be marking my levels daily of where I'm looking for trades. The way you can get access to that is patreon.com/Jason Casper. And yeah, again, check out the course if you're interested. There is a coupon code in the description of this video. This was supposed to be a live stream, but it did not work out. It did not work out. So, yeah, it did not work out. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But, yes, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, and also, here's something else to keep in mind, right? If we do get a bounce, you know, we very well may get a bounce and then continue to work our way down, right? Because right now, we put in the high, we put in the low, we put in a lower high, put in a lower low. If we do get a bounce and put in a lower high, you know, that also could be a good opportunity to short. And, you know, the way we would do that is also, the way I would do that is also with Fibonacci. But anyway, that's a topic for another video. May God bless all of you, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.